Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm here.
Finally got the HomeGirl HKZ on the pod. So, welcome to the Hustle and Heart podcast. Excited you're here.
Thank you.
So, I definitely want to learn more about you because I think a lot of people know who you are, but not a lot of people know who you really are
Or how I got here.
or how you got here, especially. So, I want to take it way back first to what you were doing right straight out of high school and kind of how that went into real estate eventually.
So, while I was in high school, actually, my junior and senior year, I did co op. So, I went and did cosmetology school and found out that I don't like being that close to people for that long of a time frame. Like, I remember doing perms on people, and I was just like on top of them for
Like right in their face.
yeah, for like 3 hours, and it just made me so uncomfortable. And so I decided pretty quickly that I did not like that. And actually, at the end of my senior year, long story short, I worked for a lady that actually did real estate. And so I would do like little admin tasks for her. And so I think that kind of sparked the interest in real estate, but I didn't know it then. So then I obviously graduated high school and went to college, which I didn't really put a whole lot of thought into. My brother just went to Lake State, and so my parents bought a house up there for him to live in while he was going to school, and so I just moved up there and did the same thing. And with that, I didn't stay for super long. There was a boy involved. I moved. Didn't work out with the boy. Whatever. So I ended up going back to the school like, I don't know, a year or two later with like a whole semester short of grades. So I don't know how that worked out. Like, I left the week of finals without taking my finals, which was the dumbest thing in the history of ever. So when I went back, I had all of those classes with incompletes, which I didn't realize was even a thing. And so when I went back, I had to have a certain GPA, and I had all A's and a B minus in math class. And it was the perfect storm for just the wrong GPA. I needed really a B, and I got a B minus.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So had to come back and get a big kid job, really. And then I worked at a car dealership for 10 years. And that was what I was doing when I met you. I was good at the job. I was the annoying person that would call you when you were on like Auto Trader or Cars.com or the dealership website and you were looking for a car, really, and you would click like get more information, and I was the annoying person that would like persistently call you until you came to the dealership and you bought a car. I was super good at it. It was easy. People loved me on the phone. They would want to come to the dealership and meet me. They never met me. And I felt like kind of a scam artist, but obviously my bosses loved me. And eventually I just got to the point where I felt like a glorified telemarketer, and I didn't love telling people that's what I did for a living. So here we are.
Yeah. So, what sparked your interest to maybe I should go into real estate and what made you message me?
It was you and not really so much real estate. I thought about real estate when I bought my house, but I really liked the lady that I bought my house from, and I asked her, and I respected her opinion or her advice, really. And she said, hey, like, this isn't necessarily something that you should get into right now. I have people on my team that'll go X amount of months without getting paid, and I don't think that's a good idea for you right now. I was young. I was obviously buying my first house on just my income, and so I was like, ooh, thank you. Like, probably not a good idea right now. So I forgot all about it until I seen you on social media, and it wasn't necessarily anything to do with you being in real estate. It was you every single morning posting like, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so happy. Like, it was you smiling, it was you like loving your family, loving your life, and you were always just like so happy, and it at times drove me nuts because I was like, it is 7 a.m. How is she so happy right now? And I was like, I'm struggling to like be okay at 7 a.m. Like, is she timing these posts? Does she just set an alarm clock and hit post? Like, what is she doing? Come to find out, like, you're a morning person. You wake up at like
Yes.
4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So it makes sense now, but like, at times that used to drive me nuts. I was like, this girl, how is she so happy?
Why did you message me?
But you were just consistent. You were like so happy, and you were like, I love my job, I love my family, I love my kids. Like, it was a whole entire year where you just beat me down and you didn't even know what was happening. Meanwhile, I was like embarrassed to tell people that I was the annoying person that was calling you while you were at the dinner table asking you to come
Yeah.
buy that car that you searched 9 months ago. So eventually I was just like, hey, girl, what are you doing? Do you need an assistant? I will do whatever it takes. I probably said, like, I'll drive you. I'll do whatever you taught me to. Like, what do I need to do to, like, work with you or for you? I was like, figure it out. I'm going to be there. And you were like, okay, crazy. But I think you probably said, like, hey, you have to get your real estate license, which
Yeah.
I mean was true. You probably sent me the link to the CE shop because that's where I did it. And I did it. And then you were like, okay, come to the office and meet me. And I think it was that first time I came to the office, wasn't it?
I think so.
So I came to her office. She was with a team at like a team with a
Like cloud-based brokerage, bigger company, yeah.
that had like an office. And so I came to the team meeting or to a meeting or whatever with her and her then broker,
Team leader.
team leader. And so I loved Corbin, obviously, but the guy did most of the talking, and I was like, ooh, weird. But essentially, this guy tells me, like, hey, girl, pass this test, don't quit your job, and then call us. And I was like, okay, okay, okay. And the whole time I'm thinking, like, like, I think it's a little too late for this conversation. But so I think it was that day I walked out and I told my boss, like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I can either work the 2 weeks or I could be done right now. And he was like, I love you. I would like you to work the 2 weeks. But I think that sets the precedent with all of these other people. And maybe I ended up working like a week and a half or something. I don't remember what it was, but I was essentially done that day. I think we kept it under wraps for a little bit so he can like figure out how to tell the team or the group or whatever that I was leaving. But the day that guy told me not to quit my job, I quit my job. And literally did whatever Corbin told me to do for the next year. I just kind of told myself I was going to be all in, or I knew that I could go back to that old job at any point in time. But obviously, I would look a little silly doing so I didn't want to.
Yeah. I remember you telling me, like, everyone has told me, like, this isn't a full-time thing. Like, how have you been able to make it a career? And I was like, you can
Yeah,
make this a full-time thing. Like, I wanted to make sure you knew that. Like, I'm doing it, you can do it too.
yeah. I remember you telling me part-time effort, part-time results. And that stuck with me for the longest time because that is essentially what the lady was telling me is like, this isn't a full-time job, it's a part-time job, it's something that you do on the weekends. And I was like,
That is crazy advice.
well, yeah. And like, I really truly respect this person. And so I was like, at the time I was at the motocross track every single weekend, and I was like, that's not an option for me. I'm not physically home, and I have other things going on at the time. I was like, that's not happening. But she was telling me, like, you know, these girls on her team, they'll bring their kids and blah, blah, blah. And that just seemed crazy to me to be, like, carting a baby to showings when that wasn't my experience when I bought my house. So I would have thought would have been wild to bring a baby with me to go show other people houses, you know? So I waited. It worked. I don't know as if I was a single person paying for my house on my own that I would have felt as confident. But I mean, I think based on my results, anyone can do it.
The timing definitely did work out for the
Yeah.
best, I think.
Yeah, I mean, my husband definitely made that easier because it wasn't like a do or die. It was do or go back to your job or you know, be a stay-at-home mom. And I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. So it was do or don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you came into the office shortly after and you were like, I quit my job. I don't have a job anymore. So what do we need to do to get this started? Like, let's go.
Yeah, I was like, I'm ready. Put
And I
me
was like,
in.
wait, what? Okay, let's do it.
So when you guys told me to like do the test, I don't know if I've ever told you this before, but like I was doing it online and I didn't realize I had to like go somewhere and take the test.
Okay, yeah.
And that scared the crap out of me. So like I quit my job and I was done with the course. And then I was like, thought I was done. I was like ready.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh no, you have to like go take some tests, which I had passed on the computer. I had to go and take it, you know, on someone else's computer. So I was like, ooh, shoot.
Yeah.
Which was like kind of intimidating, you know? Different. I don't know. Everything was different. Like I had my notes or whatever, or, you know, I just felt comfy in my own house. And I
Yeah.
had to go do it at a strange place with a mask on.
Yeah. It was during that time too.
Yeah. So it was fine. I mean, it all worked out, but I thought the day that I quit my job, I thought I was like ready. And then I was like, ooh. Then, you know, I went to go schedule my test and it was like 2 weeks out. I was like, oops, I guess I didn't need to quit yet.
But it worked out.
It worked out. It was fine. I studied for 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, okay, what was your first impression of me? Like when you actually met me, because I know what it was like on social media.
You weren't as like wildly like, oh my gosh, you guys, like as polished, I guess, maybe. The personality was the same, but you're obviously just like a real human being. And I had you worked up to be like the Bitmoji in my phone.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Social media is definitely like a highlight reel too.
Yeah. So when I met you, I was just like, oh no, she like has like real thoughts. It's not just all like those like little sparkle emojis and like, I mean, you really are that also, but I was just like, oh wow, oops, you're a real person.
Yeah.
I had you built up to be like, I don't know what I thought, but
Hope I didn't let you down.
no, you didn't. But it was just funny because I didn't ever really picture you to be a real person, and then when you came to be a real person, I was like, what was I thinking? Whoops.
I was just like, wow, she's like really driven and really like willing to put in the work. 'Cause
Yeah.
most people like they say they are, but when it comes down to it, it's not easy. And you actually did the work.
Yeah. A lot of people do message me and say that they want to get into real estate and like, you know, we have that whole beginning of the conversation that you and I had. And then I'm sorry, is that your phone or mine?
I think it's mine, and I need to put it on Do Not Disturb because I put it on silent, but it's still vibrating. Hold on. Can we cut?
Do the thing. Raise your hands.
Okay, sorry. I thought I wasn't going to do that.
Do you want
Hold on. Can we take a drink break real quick, too?
That's big. I'm becoming a
Okay.
redneck.
We might need to start that thought. Not the whole section, just like the thought over
I don't
again.
remember what we were talking
I
about.
don't remember either.
Were you listening? I wasn't listening to me. Oh, how people reach out and they want to get into real
yes,
estate,
yes,
but nobody
yes.
actually does.
Yeah.
I think when people realize that, are we still filming?
Yeah, I'll just cut it though.
Okay.
Do a little before you start like talking again. Will you do
I think that when you tell people, like, yeah, it's just a course, they are super excited. Then when they see that they do have to pay for the course, they're like, eh. And it's not super cheap. So I think that's a deterrent. And then it's not easy. And I mean, it's time consuming. It's kind of boring.
Very boring. Yeah.
And then the test isn't easy if you are someone like me that's not like, I don't know. I feel like I'm not super smart. My husband thought it was a breeze, a walk in the park.
Most people don't pass the first time.
Like 2 times. So, but my husband thought it was the easiest thing ever, which made me think I was dumb. But I know a lot of people have taken it, more than 2 times even. So,
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't think means you're a bad agent. I think it means the questions are really tricky, and I think it really prepares you for how tricky wording is in real life, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like the whole shower door situation. I don't know why I always think about that. Should I explain? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. I bring it up at least once a year.
The addendum with the shower door where you say, like, replace the shower door, and a normal person would think, like, you're putting a shower door on a shower door, like, glass door that looks normal. Where we've seen, like, a screen door put on a shower because it's a door.
Technically, they follow that contract.
Yeah, so it's just kind of funny. But I think the real estate test is a good example to where, like, verbiage matters, and it just kind of sets you up for what it looks like in real life with real estate, and you have to be very specific. That's the shower door thing.
Yeah. Okay, so tell people how you actually started what you were doing when you first got your license.
What do you mean?
How did we start?
I was like, I'll drive you. So at
don't
first
think you did.
I would go with you to your showing appointments just so I could, like, figure out what I was doing, how to open a lockbox. I was clueless. Like, I was a fetus dumped into the world, So I think I went with you on, I don't know, maybe 3, 4 appointments. And then I was your showing assistant. So most buyers that you had, you would just say, hey, Heather's going to be the one opening the doors. I'm your agent. I'll write the contracts, blah, blah, blah. Heather's going to be the one that meets you. And so I did that for probably at least a year, right?
Yeah, probably about that.
And then we would do, during that year, I was your transaction coordinator, which means to you guys nothing, but on the real estate side, it means, like, all of the boring back end paperwork that goes into, like, closing a deal. I would do to get you from under contract to, obviously closing day. And there's a lot of, like, communication with the lender, the title company, the other agent. Just it's a lot of emails, but just a lot of communication to get, like, 6 to 8 parties on the same page at all times. And we would have, like, 12 transactions going often the entire year. So it was a lot to manage. And then, obviously I'm showing all of her clients, and she's listing houses. So we were pretty busy for that time frame.
And it was just us, by the way, because a lot of people think, like, when you came on, like, I already had a team and everything, and I didn't. I was just a single agent who was burnt out and didn't have enough time in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, this was back before Full Circle, just us fools. So we were with what brand was that?
The brokerage?
Yeah.
EXP.
EXP. So then we were with EXP with, like, a separate team, right?
Yeah, a team underneath that
I
brokerage.
don't know what
yeah.
that's called.
What?
Like
Team?
a satellite team? Like a
I think satellite is, like, virtual, but maybe.
where they had their own office. And
They
then
did
we
have their
were-
own office as a team.
Then we were with EXP as our, like, freelance.
Well, let's talk more about this. Let's go take a little bit slower.
Sorry.
I know you want to go over this part.
Sorry.
So,
Oh, my bad. She wants to diss me here.
I ended up deciding to leave that team. I think I was at Disney when this was all happening also.
No, well, like 2 or 3 weeks into me leaving, quitting my job, and like coming on board, right? You were like, "Hey, I think I'm gonna quit," and I was like, "Excuse me, what?" So I'm like, you can't do that. Like, wherever you go, I go, girl.
You
Like,
can't do that.
we're a package deal." And then you actually physically left. Okay, start.
Okay. So yeah, I decided to leave that team for multiple reasons, but I just felt like it wasn't a good fit for me anymore. So I did have a few people that had reached out to me and they joined that team because of me, but they weren't technically on my team. So I did reach out to them and let them know, like, look, I am leaving this team. I'm still staying with this brokerage. Like, I'm still more than happy to help you out. You're welcome to stay with that team. No hard feelings, but I am just going to do like a solo agent type of thing. And how did that go?
I was like, you can't. I was like dumbfounded, honestly, at first. But then I was like, okay, I get it. But then you left, and my parents were trying to buy a house. And I was like, I don't know how to even write a purchase agreement. And so I was like, okay, she's gone. I'm still on this team and I need help, right? So I remember bringing my laptop physically into said team leader's office. There was 2 team leaders. And I was like, hey guys, my parents are trying to buy this house. I would love to help them. What do I do? Like, here's the address. And they were like, you just, write the purchase agreement. And I was like, so I remember
They were
sitting
kind of
on the,
brushing you off, I feel like. They were
yeah,
just busy and
they were like having a conversation about like lunch or something like that wasn't real estate related. And I was sitting on the floor like a dog trying to figure out how to, help. It was my parents of all people. And they just seemed like they didn't care. And I was like, I this is it, I just felt so stupid. So honestly, my parents bought a house 3 or 4 weeks into my real estate career with another agent, and that is still.
why didn't you call me?
Well, you were on
I
vacation.
would have helped you. I would have helped you.
It was a sticky situation with them. I think it honestly for them worked out that they didn't have me do it. But I think that was the push that I needed. Like, these people don't care about me. We've spent hours in the car at this point and you cared. So I was like, we lose one deal, we're going to get however many. So I was like, cool. I waited for you to get back and I will be with you till death do us part.
They really did try too. And
Yeah.
I think you were worried because you were like, in your mind, that team was holding us together when in reality I was kind of the team. Like I did everything for that. I don't know if we should add this in actually. Don't add that. Don't add that in. I don't want to cause any problems or drama.
I just remember thinking like the first thing that I'm going to be known for in my real estate career is quitting. And I hated that. That was the only thing that I was like, maybe we stay. But then me trying to get help to write a purchase agreement, which I know now how easy that would have been for them to help me, just was silly. I'm like,
Yeah.
toodles.
We were still with the same brokerage at that point, but at that point I was just like, my values aren't really aligning with this. It doesn't really make sense for me, like financially either, especially with this thing we have going on.
Yeah.
So,
And that was another thing that I don't think, I mean, I didn't realize or necessarily care to realize while we were there, but you pointed out after the fact that like the pay structure was a little wonky. And I was like, she didn't have to point that out, but it was. So thank you.
yeah.
So, EXP on our own. We were just free willies. I remember That was a little
We
wild.
didn't have an office, like a physical office space.
Which that didn't bother me,
No.
honestly. You can always close at the other office, which was fine. It was when we had a question that you had to call like a stranger helpline that I
Yeah,
thought
it
was
was more
a
like a
little
helpline. There was multiple like brokers for Michigan, and it was all cloud-based.
that was bizarre. I didn't love that. And I feel like at that time, we did have questions that would have been nice to have help with.
Yeah, we were figuring everything out basically on our own, which I think is how we learned so much. We learned through mistakes.
Yeah. I feel like all of our trainings, maybe not all of them, but a lot of our trainings now are experiences that we had in those first like 3 years.
We didn't have a lot of help either, so we were
No.
just kind of figuring it out.
Yeah. Yeah, we learned a lot quickly.
Yeah.
But then we went to KW.
Yep. And is that around the same time that you weren't really my showing assistant anymore at that point?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. So we went to another like big box brokerage, but it was we had a physical office and everything, and it just kind of made more sense for us at the time. Meeting space and things like that, because we had a few agents on our team at that point.
I think we were KW for a minute, and then shortly after you did a team within KW.
I think we had like 6 or 7 people maybe total.
Because I think people were reaching out while we were maybe still on our own. And then you were like, we got to figure it out
Yeah.
to be able to help them
Yeah, I thought KW would be better, like having an actual team. I just felt like it'd fit better there.
to have an actual
Yeah.
place for meetings.
What made you like jump from showing assistant to be like, okay, I can do this completely, not on my own necessarily, but
I feel like you were like, girl,
I think I kind of kicked you out of the nest a little bit.
you fired me? No. I think I was getting busy, right?
Yeah, you started having people reach out, and I was like, look, you can make more money
Yeah.
doing
And
this on your own.
then when you started the team, right? That we got Brittany. So Brittany took over for your transactions, and then I was no longer your transaction coordinator.
You weren't replaced. I just knew you were meant for bigger things, and you
Yeah.
were ready for it.
Yeah.
You did a
Which I
great job.
I do miss
But to do it for the whole team also was not something you could have done either.
No, not in doing my own, which I mean, I didn't want to do. I didn't want to be like a paperwork person.
Yeah.
I wanted to be your paperwork person because I loved you. Not that I don't love our team, but that was never the goal.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Do you ever do the thing real quick? Sorry. Do you ever like miss it? Like, do you ever miss the simpler times of just being Corbin's showing assistant?
I do.
I've heard that.
I do. I do wish sometimes that we could go back to like just you and I.
I know. It's like bittersweet.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do bring that up, and sometimes you still call yourself my assistant to people.
Yeah, if you ever are like, hey, this person just reached out to me, I will call them and I'm like, hey, I'm Corbin's assistant. How can I help you?
I'm like, stop telling people you're my assistant, please.
But I will be your assistant until I die.
I love for you to be my assistant, but you're just so much more than that now.
Now I'm like, I'm Corbin's peasant. How can I help you? But yeah, no. So I think I got just busy and you were like, toodaloo.
I don't want to say it like that. I was just like, you are going to make a lot more money doing this, and I'm still here for you, but it's time for you to do the damn thing yourself.
Yeah. The GKZ fantasy does live on. Where it's just us two again. When times get tough, that sounds great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the simple days. Should we add that in?
Maybe.
Are the agents going to be offended?
No. It's not about the other agents. It's about.
She said when times get tough, we wish it was just us, which we do, but is that going to be offensive?
No.
Even with like
It was simpler. I mean, it's always going to be simpler when it's just 2 people.
even with like my clients, sometimes I'm like, wow, I wish I wasn't your agent.
It was, yeah, just to like open the doors and show the houses. Yeah, cut that one.
Cut
for
that
sure.
one. No, but like if I could just open the door and like not be attached to the outcome, which I think like was easier to not I mean, I cared because we were making money if they closed, but it was less pressure, I guess. And I think we closed more deals that way, honestly. Like people just, we were having fun. It was
Yeah.
more fun. Now it's like,
We weren't so burnt out either because you're working as a team.
yeah. Yeah, it was definitely more fun back then, but
Then you started getting really busy. I
Yeah.
feel like. How were you able to build it into such a business? Just overall, I know that's a very complicated and long answer probably, but just how do you think you were able to do so well when so many agents don't?
I don't know. I think at first the fact that like I told myself I didn't need it, which was kind of a lie. Like I did. But I think I took the pressure off myself, telling myself like I didn't need the money. So then it was more fun. But I think that's always kind of stuck with me, that it's been like my philosophy with the whole thing. Like it's not worth it if I'm not having fun. And I don't think working with me would be worth it for my clients if they weren't also having fun. Which I mean, I'm still going to provide, a professional experience. But when I bought and sold the house that we live in now, our real estate agent was very professional, but zero personality. And so this was before I was an agent, obviously, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years before. And I just remember feeling like a number and I hated it. And so for me, for my clients, like I want them to feel like this is exciting. This is the biggest purchase of their life. It's a really huge milestone, whether they're buying their first home, selling their first home. If they're selling their first home, they're obviously like moving up in the world, and that's super exciting. And I feel like that should be celebrated. And I think that that's what I've kind of like built my business on, though, is that it's about them. And it should be exciting. It should be fun. Obviously, it should still be all of the other things on the back end, but my clients don't need to know about that.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of been it, right?
Yeah. I think you seem very relatable, but also like you love what you do and people want to work with someone who actually loves what they do.
And I'm like honest to a fault. If someone asks me something, I'm never going to take the easy route to answer their question, whether it's listing their home or buying a house. Like if it's listing a house, I'm not going to just tell you a number because it sounds nice or it's going to make you feel good. Same with buying a house. Like it might be a super great house, but it could be well above your means. And, I'm not going to lie to you or get you excited that your offer's, going to get accepted on a house that's got 17 offers, So I just think being realistic, but like also keeping it fun.
Yeah.
I can't lie to people. And I think, unfortunately, I do think the expectation has a big part of it.
Yes. You're very good at setting expectations. You're also very good at branding yourself too, like how you actually are getting the clients in social media. Follow her if you don't already, HomeGirl HKZ. Little plug drop for you.
Sure. Oh, it's on that one.
But
I don't even know where the camera is.
You're very good at you're very good at marketing and branding yourself too, and your social media presence is phenomenal.
I don't have like a set plan, which I know a lot of agents do. I again just have fun because I feel like authenticity goes a lot further than perfection, which is something that you taught me, although I feel like you are perfect.
I'm not perfect.
But I don't know, I do think that I'm pretty relatable because I'm not perfect. And even like the homegirl stuff is definitely not the curated, perfect social media that like some agents have where it's like all cohesive or their Instagram has like the perfect grid. I don't even know how to go about starting to do that. I've seen it. I don't know how they do
I would
it.
say don't change anything you're doing because it's working.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Where like,
Yes, it all like it makes one big picture and things like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
how long
There's
did
apps for it, but don't worry about it. You're just keep doing what you're doing.
I'm like, is that a full-time job? Are they paying someone to do that?
Some probably are. Kind of.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I try to have fun. And I hope that comes across.
It does. It definitely does. So, how do you think you've not been able to get burnt out? Because you do a lot of business. Not to say sometimes you don't get exhausted, because I'm sure that happens.
Um,
But you pick yourself up somehow.
well, the honest answer is my husband is really good about always having a vacation on our calendar. He does it like an Airbnb, and then I think through Airbnb you can like schedule it and put it on my calendar. And so he does that, and that, I don't know, it's like a little psychology in my brain that's like, okay, today might suck, but in August we're doing fill in the blank, you know?
Having something to look forward to is like huge.
Yeah. So that's one thing. I just, again, try to like, it's not worth it if I'm not having fun. So sometimes when I'm not having fun, I just have to like take a step back and realize, like, this is why I started. And it wasn't necessarily to work 100 hours a week or to make millions of dollars, which I'm not doing. It was to, have a smile on my face and love my family, which was you, obviously. And when I'm not live laughing and loving, I just try to detach for a minute and, take the top off the Bronco, go for a drive, go for a bike ride. Like, we do have fun things that we can do on a daily basis that like will bring me back down to earth, which is generally just getting outside. But the not burnt out is, I like my clients. They're all great. Sometimes it's a little daunting, not being able to find them the perfect house. It makes me feel like a failure. Like I have some clients right now that have been looking for a house for like a while, and I'm like starting to really question every move I've ever made, type of thing, because I just want them to be able to buy a house, which we've gotten creative, and I think that's going to work out. But I try to have fun like on a daily basis. Every time that I'm getting a little burnt out, I take a step back, do something fun, hang out with the family.
And I think you would discount yourself a little bit because you are very fun, but you also are really good at your job. You like get offers accepted all the time. So you probably have challenging clients where, yeah, it takes time, but I don't think I've ever seen like a higher offer acceptance rate or like listing, like your listings always sell very quickly over asking price. Like you have the strategy down as well.
I do. It's a little cutthroat, the listing strategy. My sellers love it. As a buyer's agent, I hate me. As a selling agent, I'm top tier. But the buyers, I think, is just a little bit of practice, first off. And then it's the fact that I've, listed a couple of homes now, so I know what it takes. And then also that I work a lot in the areas that my buyers are looking, so I've dealt with these agents before. So if an agent, that I've worked with before is a listing agent, it makes it a little bit easier to call them and say, hey, my buyers love this house. Like, what does it take? And, they like you, they'll tell you a little bit more information, type of thing. Not to say that they're going to like do anything illegal, but, having a good relationship with the listing agent definitely goes a long ways.
You have been very good at maintaining good relationships with other agents in the industry, which unfortunately many agents don't have that mindset or attitude.
Yeah, because I think you're going to do business with this agent again before you do business with your client again, which doesn't mean that the agent's more important than your client, but it just means it's important to, I mean, you always want to negotiate the best deal for your client, but also you have to remain professional with the other agent because we are from a pretty small area, you know? So we're going to have to deal with this agent again and again and again. And so, yeah, I mean, that relationship goes a long ways.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many agents I've worked with more than 5 times, which I mean is a lot considering how many agents are in Michigan, like 31,000?
35,000, I think you said, yeah.
35,000. That's a lot. So yeah, to say that I've done deals with agents 5+ times is important to remain, you know, civil with those agents. And a lot of people see a transaction as a battle, and I
Yeah,
hate
it's
that.
you versus the other agent instead of we're working together, we're on the
Yeah.
same team here.
Yeah, I'm like, how do we make this enjoyable for both of us? Whereas some people don't see it that way. Like I have a deal right now that, you know, me and the other agent are like, I don't know, I feel like it's the best transaction ever. And I've done, I think, 3 deals with this agent now. Ironically, 2 of them were for the same client. I don't know if he realizes that yet. Just kind of cool.
That is cool. I think one thing that a lot of people don't realize about you is how hard you work. So a lot of people see your success, agents or people outside of the business, that you make it look really easy. So I know, I don't think people always ask me like, what is Heather doing? How does she do it? And I'm like, there's really no secret. She just works really hard. You don't see all the hours behind the client she's juggling. You don't see all the dozens and dozens of showings. You don't see she's in her office from sun up to sundown.
Yeah. Yeah, people always ask me, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, you see the pictures of us, like, on vacation or us on bikes or whatever, but I'm not filming me sitting in my office from 7 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock at night because that's boring. No one wants to see that. But that's what I'm doing in between all those other photos. Like, it's not super entertaining, but it's what it takes. So I mean, yeah, that's my life.
It's not always like the exciting stuff. Like sometimes you're not afraid to do the boring
Yeah,
things.
I'm on like a regular basis, like how people scroll Zillow for fun. I'm on the MLS daily trying to find houses that maybe just expired or houses that are off market, you know, for these buyers that have been looking for forever. Like, it's more than just,
My stomach's growling really loud. I'm sorry. Do you hear it? Okay. Sorry.
are we cutting that out?
Yes. And my phone keeps vibrating. Okay.
Is it yours or mine?
I don't know because I put mine in Do Not Disturb, so I don't know how it would still be going off.
It's not mine. It's mine's on Do Not.
Someone's pushing through. You know how you can push through on Do Not Disturb where you can still say notify them? I think someone's doing that.
Maybe it's Cody. Did you check it? I feel like I'm super boring.
Not at all. No, I don't see anything important. Nothing important. I don't know why. It's on Do Not Disturb. Okay. Sorry.
Anywho. Forgot what we were talking about.
You were on the MLS
Oh.
daily.
Yeah, just about 7 o'clock in the morning till, I don't know, until my husband pulls in the driveway normally. Working, just trying to find houses, messaging, you know, my clients back on Messenger, Facebook, whatever, which is kind of like a funny thing nowadays is that we have about 7 different apps that we're messaging our clients on. So it's not just as easy as like texting people back. We've got to like track
Yep.
all these places down to message people. But yeah, I mean, I do keep that in mind that it's a full-time job. Even though, yeah, I can go get my nails done at 11 o'clock on a Thursday, I will make up that time, on a Friday night working till 9 o'clock. So it's a cool job, but it's also, a job.
Yep. And you definitely treat it as a career, which is why you've been able to make it a career.
Yeah.
And that person that told you couldn't is a liar.
It's so bad because I do respect this person, but yeah, really, I wish now that I would have started sooner, but that's definitely why I didn't, because I was like, wow, weekends? I mean, yes, I work on the weekend now, but it's not only weekends. Also, the first team that we were on, I remember that guy telling me, like, oh, you do motocross on the weekend? Say goodbye to that. And I remember that first year.
You got so much bad advice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I remember that first year, I was like, I made a point to do one day of showings, and then we that year went to the track every single summer. So I was like, wrong.
I'm glad you still like persisted and didn't listen to.
I love it when people tell me I can't do something. Like, and now like we've gotten to like a weird point where people are like, "Oh yeah, you're great," and I'm like, "No. Go back to telling me I'm not."
Maybe I should start calling you and being like, you suck. You need to like
Yeah.
do a little bit more.
You can't do 10 million.
You cannot. You cannot
That's
sell
out of
12
reach.
million.
That's out of reach. That's a grasp, honey.
I could never.
Yeah. But no, the people that told me like you couldn't do this, still on a daily basis, I think about it and I'm like, gotcha. We need a house under 165,000, preferably in Owasso, with 3 bedrooms. 1 bathroom is fine. Needs to pass for FHA financing. I have another client that's looking in Durand or Byron, preferably under 330 with 2 acres. They would love
What area?
Durand or Byron. They want 3 bedrooms, a bath and a half, 2 bathrooms would be great. Basement, they would love. They would love a long driveway. We'll settle for, not getting hit by cars. What else? I have another client that's looking for like a kind of cool, unique house. They're looking for 5 or more acres. They've got a bit of a budget. I think we're thinking like 630 or under. Shiawassee County. 4 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom. Needs to have a garage and a barn. But the acres is the main point for them. 5 or more.
Good job. Wait, well, real quick.
We gotta wrap it up.
So if you have a house that matches any of these criteria, please reach out to me immediately or something like that.
So, if you have a house that matches any of those things, please reach out.
Okay, now you want to wrap it up?
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you, Heather, so much for doing this. I
You're
didn't think
welcome.
I would ever get you on here.
First and last.
Okay, guys, thank you for watching the Hustle and Heart podcast, and go follow HomeGirl HKZ.